I bumped my automatic transfer from $200 to $600 a month so they wouldn't stress. I paid for Harper's engagement party. I covered half my parents' new HVAC when theirs died. I sent money when Harper's fiancé lost his job. Again. Meanwhile, Elias got a secondhand bike for Christmas and a car that said, "Love, Grandma and Grandpa," with nothing inside. The wedding thing had been brewing for months. Harper called one evening while Elias and I were making spaghetti. "Nate, you're not going to believe this venue," she gushed. "It's a restored barn with string lights and wildflowers everywhere. It's perfect." I stirred the sauce, smiling at Elias mouthing the words to his favorite cartoon theme. "Sounds amazing," I said. "We need the deposit by next week. $6,000 or we lose it. Mom and Dad are helping, but you know how tight retirement is." I froze. "6,000? Just this once?" she pleaded. "You make real money. You don't even have a wedding to pay for." I glanced at Elias dancing with a noodle like a microphone. "Harper, I'm saving for Elias's college. And braces are coming up." She sighed sharp. "God, Nate, it's always about money with you. Can't you just be happy for me?" Mom got on the line next. "We're all chipping in. It's family. You don't want to be the reason your sister's dream falls apart, do you?" I said no. Quietly. Firmly. The punishment was immediate. Frozen invitations to Sunday dinners. Group texts I wasn't added to. Photos of all the cousins that somehow never included Elias. Then came the night everything shattered. Elias woke up screaming at 2 a.m., curled into a ball, burning with fever. By dawn we were in the ER. Scans showed his appendix had ruptured. Poison spilling inside him. They rushed him into emergency surgery. Claire was out of state for work. She raced to get a flight, but wouldn't make it in time. I texted my parents. "Elias is in surgery now. Ruptured appendix. At Carolina's Medical. Please come. Mom's cruise for their 40th anniversary because we deserve it after everything. Hundreds here, thousands there. Always thank you. Alex, you're a lifesaver. Always promises to pay back that never quite materialize." I told myself it was what you do for family. Told myself they'd do the same for me. They wouldn't. I know that now. It was the Sunday before Christmas. Mom had texted, "Dinner at 5. Don't bring anything complicated." Translation, "Don't cook. We'll find something wrong with it." So I stopped at the bakery and grabbed a pecan pie. Harper had spent the drive folding snowflakes from printer paper, tongue poking out in concentration. She was nervous. She always got quiet before we went there. We walked in, and the table was already set. Beautiful name cards in Mom's perfect cursive. Places for everyone. Everyone except us. No card for Harper. No card for me. Just the usual 12, and then the folding chairs dragged in from the garage like afterthoughts. I pretended not to notice. Harper pretended harder. We hadn't even taken off our coats when Mom tapped her wine glass with that fake little laugh. "Quick family meeting, everyone. Hands up if we think it might be better for Harper to stay home Christmas Eve this year. You know, with all the little ones running around, it gets so chaotic. Better for her to have a quiet night, right?" I froze. Thought I misheard. Then the hands went up, one by one. No Josetaschen. Lauren. Bryce. Noah. Aunt Karen. Uncle Ted. Even Dad, slow, but he raised it. 10 hands in the air like they were voting on pizza toppings. Harper sat there on the piano bench in the corner, snowflake crumbling in her fist, watching them decide she was too much trouble. No one looked at her. I looked at her. The room kept chattering like nothing happened. Mom shrugged, smiling. "See? Majority rules. We'll FaceTime you both, of course. It'll be fine." I managed one word. "Got it." I set the pie down next to the cake that had my nephew's name in blue icing. Harper asked if she could help with anything. Mom said, "Oh, sweetie, we've got it all under control," and shooed her back to the bench. I should have taken her hand and walked out right then. Should have. Didn't. We stayed for dinner because, I don't even know. Habit? Hope? Stupidity? But something broke in me that night. In the car afterward, heat blasting, Harper staring out at the dark streetlights, she whispered, "I'm not little." I know, baby. They made me feel little. I know. And I promised myself, right there in that foggy car, that I would never let them do that to her again. A week later, I'm on a job, replacing a condenser in some McMansion basement when Mom calls. "Alex, honey, quick favor. Don't say no yet. My stomach drops. I know that tone. It's Lauren and Bryce. They found the perfect house, 5 bedrooms, finished basement, top schools. But the bank's being difficult about Bryce's old student loans. They just need a co-signer to get them over the hump. You have the best credit in the family, you know that. She laughs like it's adorable. $412,000. Such a good deal these days. It'll only be for a year or 2. Just your name on paper. Won't cost you a thing. I stare at the rusted old unit in front of me. Feel the weight of it. She keeps going. The loan officer already has your info. He'll send the DocuSign this afternoon. You're such a good brother, Alex. This would mean everything. I think about Harper on that bench. 10 hands in the air. No. Silence. Then the laugh, sharp, disbelieving. Alex, come on. No, Mom. I'm not co-signing. You're being ridiculous. This has nothing to do with. It has everything to do with it. You're punishing your sister over one silly vote. That wasn't a vote. That was you telling my daughter to her face that she doesn't belong in this family. And now you want me to tie myself to $500,000 in debt for people who treat her like an inconvenience. She hisses my name like a curse. You'll ruin everything. I already did, I say quietly. I'll let it go on too long. I hang up. The DocuSign comes at 2:17 p.m. My name pre-filled. $412,000. 30 years. I scroll to the end. Hit decline. Type the reason. I am protecting my daughter and my future. Submit. Screenshot everything. The fallout is immediate. Mom calls 8 times. Leaves voicemails that swing from pleading to furious. Lauren texts paragraphs about closing dates and how they already told the kids. Bryce sends a single word. Asshole. Dad doesn't call. He shows up. It's snowing hard when his truck pulls in. The one I helped pay to fix last year. He pounds on the door like he's serving papers. Harper's doing homework at the kitchen table. I send her to her room. Open the door, just enough. What the hell are you doing? He starts, voice already loud. I said no. You're destroying your sister's life over some perceived slight. Perceived? I laugh bitter. You raise your hand, Dad. You voted my kid out of Christmas. In front of her. That was the truth coming out. Finally. He jabs a finger at me. You've always been the one we could count on. That's the problem. You're holding the whole family hostage with your money. No, Beth. You've been holding me hostage with it for years. I'm done. He shouts then. Words that echo off the snow. Ungrateful. Selfish. Bad father. I let him run out of steam. When he finally stops, breathing hard, face red, I say the thing I practiced in my head 100 times. I'm not your emergency fund anymore. And I'm definitely not bankrolling a family that doesn't include my daughter. He stares at me like he doesn't recognize me. Maybe he doesn't. You'll regret this. Maybe. But I'll regret letting you hurt her more. He leaves. Truck spins out on the ice. The house is quiet after. Harper comes out, slips her hand in mine. Are they mad at us? Yeah. Are we okay? We're better than okay. Christmas Eve comes cold and clear. Their house is probably perfect. Matching pajamas, professional photos, gifts stacked to the ceiling. Ours is ours. The tree leans because I cut the base crooked. Ornaments are a mix of Harper's school projects and a few I saved from childhood. I cook a small prime rib, make the cheesy potatoes she loves. Set the table with our regular plates and 2 extras because I invited the only relatives who ever treated Harper like she mattered. My cousin Seth and his husband Julian. They show up with wine and dessert and stories that make Harper laugh so hard she snorts. We eat. We play cards. We don't answer the phone when it buzzes with missed calls and "Where are you?" texts and demands to FaceTime. At one point, Harper looks around the table. At Seth teasing Julian about burning the rolls, at the snow falling past the window, at the empty pie plate, and says quietly, "This feels like Christmas." I swallow hard. Yeah, I tell her. This is what it's supposed to feel like. Later, under the blinking tree lights, she falls asleep against my shoulder. And I realize something. Family isn't the people who raise their hands to push you out. It's the people who show up when you finally stop letting them. So here I am, telling you this because, I don't know, maybe because I wish someone had told me sooner that saying no doesn't make you the villain. That protecting your kid, even from your own blood, makes you the parent you're supposed to be. If this was you, If they voted your child out, then asked you to bankroll their dreams anyway, would you have kept paying? Would you forgive them? Or would you finally choose the little girl watching from the piano bench? Tell me in the comments, because I still don't know if I'm strong or just done. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting. Do subscribe for more stories.